A fog-drenched Victorian street in London's East End, 1888. Gas lamps flicker weakly through the mist. Poor men and women huddle near taverns and lodging houses. The atmosphere is grim. Poverty, fear, and vice fill the air. The faint sound of footsteps echoes down a narrow alley. Early morning on August 31st, 1888. A carman discovers the mutilated body of a woman lying near a dark brick wall on Bucks Row. Policemen with lanterns kneel beside her, shocked. The street is silent except for distant horses' hooves. A sense of horror begins to spread. A montage of Victorian detectives studying maps and photos by candlelight. Newspapers headline, "Horrible Murder in Whitechapel." Women whisper in fear in taverns. Two victims, Annie Chapman and Catherine Eddowes, shown briefly, the violence escalating. The killer's shadow slips away into the fog. Inside the dim office of the Central News Agency, a journalist opens a letter written in red ink. "Dear Boss, I keep on hearing the police have caught me." The signature at the bottom reads, "Jack the Ripper." Reporters exchange uneasy glances as the legend is born. Night of September 30th, 1888. Two murders in one night. First, Elizabeth Stride found beside a fence in Berner Street, rain falling softly. Then Catherine Eddowes discovered in Mitre Square, gruesomely mutilated. Detectives rush through the alleys with lanterns. A blood-stained apron hangs near a cryptic chalk message on a wall. Morning light filters into a small room in Miller's Court. A detective stands frozen before a bed, Mary Jane Kelly's body horribly mutilated. Broken furniture, blood-stained walls, torn curtains. Outside, onlookers gather as the fog thickens, symbolizing the horror consuming Whitechapel. Detectives argue over maps in Scotland Yard. One smokes anxiously while another slams his fist on a report. A board filled with suspects' photos and red string. Outside, crowds protest and newspapers shout, "Police incompetence." The killer seems always one step ahead. A newspaper vendor shouts, "Jack the Ripper strikes again," as the city fades into winter. The killer's face is never seen, only a silhouette disappearing into the fog. Years later, journalists, historians, and storytellers debate his identity. The myth lives on in the dark streets of London. For more stories like this, please like, share, and subscribe.